title of this presentation is Inorganic Production of Organic Materials via Oxidation of Iron in the Carbonated Water. Topics of my talk are experimental results about inorganic production of organic materials. 2 types of experiments and 3 types of analyses will be reported. Iron atom takes oxygen atom from carbon dioxide in the carbonated water, and the free carbon atom connects with iron atom, because the electronegativity of carbon atom is larger than that of hydrogen atom, and that of hydrogen atom is larger than iron atom. The iron carbide forms a membrane, and it is possible to generate proton-free hydrogen ion. Hypothesizing the phenomenon that occurred in the sea in early Earth, I tried the following experiment. After about 24 hours from addition of the steel wool of iron into saline carbonated water, the liquid produces brown floating materials. It looks like organic material. So, we investigated this phenomena as an inorganic production of organic materials. Does the chemical reaction between iron and carbon take place by electrolysis processing? Here, iron powder was mixed with water by shaking. Carbon atoms were supplied only from the carbon electrode. A photograph at the center is the result after the processing time of 50 hours with voltage of DC 24 volt. But those materials were dissolved in the water after a while, as shown in the photograph at right. The floating material includes small bubbles. The appearance of similar membrane is the evidence that the floating materials must be compounds of carbon and iron. What happened by mixing iron powder and dry ice of CO2 without water? The iron powder reacts with oxygen of dry ice of carbon dioxide at the glass wall, as shown photograph in the left side. Moreover, the carbonated water with steel wool forms membrane on the glass wall, as shown photograph on the right side. Iron atoms must be arranged at surface of glass wall, where oxygen atoms of silica are appeared. The iron atom is connected to oxygen atom of CO2. It forms a thin film on the glass wall of silica. We use nearly pure carbonated water in order to simplify the phenomena, and a small wire as a form of cotton termed as steel wool is used for the source of iron atoms. About 24 hours after addition of the iron and carbonated water, the liquid becomes brown and materials appear similarly. Those materials were analyzed. As for the results of analyses, what type of chemical bond is found in the material on surface of the water? The molecular bond vibrates depending on the type of bonds. So, the infrared spectroscopy is used as a tool to identify a chemical bond. The graph is an infrared spectroscopy of floating substances on the surface, and those on interior wall of glass. Here, we could not find out the absorptions. Those identify the CH types of chemical bonds. What kinds of atom are found in the material on surface of the water? Energy dispersive X-ray spectroscopy is an analytical technique that is used for the elemental analysis. The device is commonly equipped with scanning microscope. The scanning microscope carries out the mapping for the X-ray spectroscopy, as shown in the photograph. What kind atom is found in the produced materials? The data obtained by energy dispersive X-ray spectroscopy are listed in Table 1, 2, 3. Capable compounds are iron carbide, iron oxide, carbon dioxide, and water. There are some contaminations, but the main constituent of the floating material is iron. More than 50% of atoms are iron. It is considered that the material includes iron carbide. The iron carbide is an intermediate chemical. The ratio among iron atoms and carbon atoms is not fixed. but each molecule possesses a polarity and it is able to form a thin membrane. The chemical oxygen demand term COD is used for the estimation on existence of organic materials. Comparative experiments are carried out in order to confirm the production of iron carbide. The picture shows the pack test on COD. Adding of dry ice in the tap water rather decreases COD. As another experiment, shaking the tap water with iron rather decreases COD. But, adding of iron powder in the tap water together with carbon dioxide, the chemical oxygen demand was increased. These results of COD tests support the idea that is the formation of iron carbide. This picture is obtained by using microscope. We can recognize two types of compounds. One is black particle, and the other is yellow membrane of transparency. The iron carbide has been investigated to assist Fischer-Tropsch reactions for synthesizing hydrocarbon. It is considered that the black particle is made of iron carbides. The yellow membrane of transparency was made by synthesizing reaction of iron carbide and water, as shown in the picture. As for the discussions, carbon exists as a simple substance. There is iron carbide, and carbon atom forms oxide also. Such atom occupies electronic state that fits to its circumstance among possible states. That is the ecosystem of atom, in which each electronic state of atom is adapted to its environment. So, the mineral or material tells the environment in which it was formed. The electronegativity of carbon atom is larger than that of hydrogen atom. Then, the iron atom takes oxygen atom from carbon dioxide. The released free carbon atom connects with iron atom and compound of iron carbide is made. The iron carbide form a bubble in water, where inside of the membrane is carbon. The carbon has a tendency to accumulate proton more than iron atom. Although speed of reaction is slow, oxidation of the iron and the iron carbide takes place. The oxidation of iron carbide in the water produces iron oxides and free carbon and many protons. Those free atoms synthesize hydrocarbons or carbohydrate. What is the mechanism that organizes first life? Free hydrogen ion. The proton is produced through oxidation of metal atom, and proton is sent from the sun. The proton provides energy for organic reaction, because a proton is able to excite the other atom by receiving an electron. The proton is available as driving force for the activities of life. That is, density of proton brings potential difference. It results in flow of proton. The flow is able to transfer the other ion. What is the life? The life is a chain of reactions with a body. A chain of reaction is described as if, then, and the end. Each reaction yields change. When a reaction takes place, the reaction soon disappears. But the next reaction will take place in an ecosystem, where the existence of activity is survival. How chemical evolution for birth of first life was brought. It is considered that those reactions in the carbonated water contained with metal atoms brought the chemical evolution and birth of life. As for conclusions, iron carbide was produced by oxidation of iron atom in carbonated water. Membranes together with iron carbide and protons are produced via oxidation of iron carbide in water. The proton is available as driving force for the activities of life. It is possible to explain the mechanism of the first life. The chemical evolution depends on the ecosystem, in which each atom fits its possible electronic state to the circumstance. Thanks for your kind attention.